what I want to ask you or say while we're reading. So, yo, yes, and let me tell you why I like this book. Because the clues are not just in the words. And remember we talked about explicit details and implicit clues, right? Okay. The clues are also in the punctuation. What is this called? Think about it. Right here, when you know. Whisper to the person next to you. Okay, on three, tell me. 1, 2, 3.
Exclamation mark.
Why do writers use these? Remember I said the clues are in the punctuation. Why would a writer use that? What does the writer want you to know? Yes, sir. Is it always yelling? You're right, though. Yelling is one part of it. Yes. That they're yelling. Who can add to that? Yes.
And excited.
And maybe excited. Want to add to that? You want to add to that?
Like talking loud.
Talking loud. They're showing expression, right? So if I saw this, how might I say that? Think about it. And on 3, you say it. How you think you say it? 1, 2, 3.
Yo!
Right, and I loved how she put her body into it. She was like, yo. And she may not even know she did that. Because where I come from, we might be walking down the street and you see one of your homegirls and you go, yo, what's up? Which is very different from, hi, how are you? Right? Isn't that different? So these are clues. The writer, this is another clue. What does this tell you? Think about it. Thumbs here when you know. Ooh, I love the way you all are thinking. I love it. Whisper to your C partner. Okay. Tell me what it's called first on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Question
Now
mark.
tell me why writers use it. What are you supposed to know? Yes.
They're telling you, why, something like, for example, like, why is the pool green, or something like that. They're telling you, what does it mean, like, what happened.
He's on the right track. He gave me an example of when an author might use a question mark. Why do they use it? Yes.
It's also for when.
You want to call on somebody to help you? Quick.
I think they use a question mark because if somebody's asking a question, or if they're asking, like, if somebody says like points at you, or somebody you can either go yes or me.
Right. Somebody's asking a question, right? So if there were a period here, I might say yes. I'd probably be answering something, right? But if there's a question mark here, how would it sound different? On 3, you just think about it. On 3, say it how it would sound. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Did you notice that all of your voices went up at the end? And you even did it on your face, which is good, because when we do the tableau, we have to do that. You were like a question, right? Okay, so in this book, we are going to pay attention to the punctuation, because those are going to be clues. And we're also going to pay attention to the pictures. That's the other thing I love about this book. The author doesn't use too many words. There are not a lot of words at all. But there's lots of implicit or implied clues in the picture. So you really have to listen and focus. You ready? Okay. And what are we trying to determine? Why are we listening to this story? This is a checkpoint. I just want to make sure you know why we're doing this. Why are we listening to this story? Turn to your partner and whisper to them. Okay, if I point to you, tell me, why are we listening to this story? Why are we listening to this story?
We're listening to the story because we're trying to find the theme.
Why are we listening to this story?
We're listening to the story to try to recount it.
Good job. And we're recounting it so that we can do what?
We can do tableau with it.
Before we do tableau, we have to practice finding the
Theme.
exactly. Why are we listening to this story?
Find a thing.
And how are we going to find the thing? What are the strategies we're going to use? He told us one. We're going to listen so we can recount. What's another?
We're going to listen so we can, like, picture what's happening in the story.
Visualizing, right? Yes?
Using clues.
We're going to use some clues, right? Those implied clues.
Try to find details.
We're finding details. You guys are so smart. My gosh. All right, here we go. Eyes up. And there's Miss Wall's old people notes. We've already did that. Yo. Yes. Hey. Ooh. What do we know about these two? Just by their body language. Not punctuation. What do we know? Oh, thumbs here when you think you have something to share. What do we know about these two? Turn to your partner with the longest hair, share. What do we know about those two? Okay, turn to me. Turn to me. Who would like to share something they heard or something they shared? I'll start with this one. What do we know about him? Yes.
He looks concerned.
He looks concerned.
Shy.
He looks maybe shy. What about you says shy? Kind of that.
Confused.
A little confused. Why do you say confused?
His face.
And what, how did he answer? What's the clue?
Like he answered like quietly, kind of weird.
And with a
Question.
right? What do we know about this one? Yes.
He's not afraid to talk to me. He's like, what's up?
How do you know that? She's right. How do you know that?
Because there's an exclamation point.
Yeah. Anything else that shows you that?
He looks all hyper, like he drank coffee.
Why do you say that?
Extra sugar. Because he's like the way that he looks on his body.
Right. She's like, hey, I got this. Yeah. All right. Here we go. We'll do a couple pages. Hey. Ooh. You. Me? Yes, you. Oh. What's going on? Oh, think about it. What do you think is happening between these two boys? And this time I'm going to tell you to think about story parts. Like, where do you think they are? Why do you think one is so confident and the other seems so shy? And what's happening, do you think? I love your thumbs up. You're ready. If you need some more support or you just need to listen, thumbs up too. Turn to your partner, whoever feels comfortable starting first. Start. All right, turn back. Okay, raise a silent hand if you want to share with us. Please be an attentive listener. You can share what you shared or somebody else shared. Yes, sir. What do you think's going on?
I think he's trying to tell him something.
You think this one is trying to tell this one something? Okay. What do you think is happening?
I think he feels like surprised, like, oh, me?
Okay. Why do you think he's trying to tell him something? Why do you think he's surprised? And you don't have to answer, just think about it. I want you to think about that. Anybody else? we have a little scenario going on, right? Why wouldn't people be talking, why wouldn't he be talking to people, do you think? And where might that be happening between two young boys? Yes.
I think because like in the race in the 50s and the 60s, because he's colored and he's white.
So it could be a friendship issue where he's not used to somebody who looks like that talking to him. Could be. What are you thinking?
I think like you're somewhere at school and he's trying to ask him something, like if he wants to play with him.
Let me ask you a question. Are they friends? Immediately some people said no. Maybe? Let's go. What's up? Not much. Why? No fun. Oh. No friends. Now what's going on? Real quick. Turn to your partner. Okay, turn back. Now, how can we add to our predictions or our thoughts? What's going on?
I think that he's sad because the other guy has no friends.
Okay. Anybody else?
I think after the next page, that kid's gonna be his friend.
You think so? So you're making a prediction. You're explaining, you're confirming what's going on. Because remember I asked you, what's going on there between them, right? So now let's make some predictions. Where could they be? You started to give us a setting. Where could they be? If he doesn't have any friends and he's kind of coming up to him and trying to make friends with him, where could they be?
At school.
Why at school?
Because, like, he's like,
Listen, I want to make sure you hear it. You're on the right track. I only ask why because I want you to explain your thinking.
because he's like, he came up to him and he was like, what's wrong or something, and then he was like, no friends, they could be at school at recess, and he's like, alone on the wall because he's like sad and like he's bored, and he could just walk up to him and see what's wrong, and he could like probably be his friend at the end.
Right. Now, did the author tell us they were at school?
No.
How does she know that?
Because he might have gotten in trouble and kind of embarrassed, so he just doesn't want to play with anyone.
Listen to my question. How does she know that? And she could be absolutely right. Could they be two kids at school? He's new, right? He's trying to make friends. How does she know that, though?
Well, you're not allowed to like scream in the classroom, and you can like yell outside at recess. And the other one was like yelling at him and saying, "Yo."
So what kind of clues did she use? Explicit details or implied clues? Explicit means they told me. Implied means I had to think about what I already know and use clues. Turn to your partner. Just say one word. Explicit or implied? Okay, turn. I love how I heard explaining it again over there. Good job. Okay, I'm just going to see. This is a check. Just say one word. Explicit or implied. 1, 2, 3.
Implied.